I will show you how you can turn your Instagram comments into emails. And I know this works because I've helped dozens of content creators generate thousands of emails using this strategy. And you don't need any paid ads or complicated tools. We will just create it in 3 simple steps. First, I will show you how the funnel works. Then we will build it together. And lastly, I will show you how this looks on Instagram when someone goes through it. And you will get my template for free so that you can copy and paste it. Let's dive in. So here's the funnel we're going to build. We start by giving away something for free. And this could be a free ebook, a free checklist, a free video. It doesn't really matter as long as it solves a problem of your audience. And then in your Instagram post, you will promote that freebie by saying something like, okay, comment guide below and I will send it over in the DMs. And then whenever someone comments, 2 things happen. 1, we automatically reply to that comment in the comment section. And 2, we send them an automatic DM on Instagram. And then inside that Instagram DM conversation, we confirm the interest in the freebie, we ask for their name, we ask for their email, and then we deliver the freebie all inside the DMs. And whenever they don't reply to any of our questions, we can send automatic follow-up reminders as well. And all of this happens inside Instagram. So you don't need any landing pages, no website, no ads. All of this is inside Instagram. And before we're going to build this out, you might be asking, okay, what kind of results can I expect from this? And what you can expect is that at least half of the people that comment will leave their name and email. At least that is the results that I see with my own clients. And just for context, a landing page just converts at 5%. This converts at 50%. So this setup will get you 10x more emails than what your competitors are using. So now that you know how the funnel works and what kind of results you can expect from this, let's start with building this out. And in order to create this, we will be using Manychat. So Manychat is one of the best Instagram DM automation platforms in the world, and I use them all the time to create DM automations for my clients. And I basically use them because they're very easy to use, they're 100% meta approved, and they're very cheap. They offer a free plan, and their pro plan already starts at $15 a month. So to get started with Manychat, you can just go to the link in the description, and here you will also find my discount code that will give you 1 month of the pro plan for free. And full disclaimer, this is an affiliate link, so if you pay Manychat, I get a commission, but it doesn't have any influence on the price you pay, and it definitely helps me with creating free videos like these. So you can just click on the link in the description, or you can just go to chatamize.com/MC, and this will bring you directly to the Manychat website. And then here you can just click on get started and then choose for Instagram. And then here you need to click on continue with your Facebook account. And I actually have a separate video on my YouTube channel that explains how you can connect your Instagram account to Manychat. So after you have watched this video, I highly recommend going to that video as well. I already have a Manychat account, so I will just click here on sign in and then click on sign in with Facebook. So now I am logged into Manychat, and then normally what you should do is you should click on automation and then create a new automation. But I actually already created a template for you that you can get inside my free school community. So also with the link in the description, you can just go to my school community where you can get this template for free. So you can either do that, or you can just go to chatamize.com/school, and that will bring you directly to my school community. If you're not in there, you can just sign up for free. And then once you're in, you can just go to the classroom and then go to Manychat Masterclass Lite, and then go to launch your first funnel with Manychat. And then here you have the Manychat lead generation template. So when you click on this, then you can click here on install, choose the page you want to install this for. So I have a lot of pages, you just probably have one, but I will just go with Chatamize and then click on install now. So now the template is installed in my Manychat account. And then if you go to automation, I already have a lot of folders, but you probably have none. But you will find a folder which is called Lead Generation Funnel 2025 Chatamize. And then inside this thing, you will find 2 automations. So you can find one which is called Confirm Interest, and the other one is called Get Information. So what we will do in the first automation is confirm the interest in the freebie that we are giving to people. And then in the second automation, we get their name, we get their email, and we deliver that freebie, right? So that's basically what we do. And just so you know, in the rest of this video, we will use the example of a free investing guide. So we'll give away a free investing guide in return for asking for someone's name and email. So we will get started with this first automation. And basically each automation in Manychat starts with a trigger. In this case, we want to start this automation when someone comments with guides on one of our posts, right? So what we can do is we can delete this auto trigger because we won't be using that right now. And here we have the user comments on your post or reel trigger. So you can click on that and then you need to specify, okay, to what posts or reels do we want to automatically reply? And I generally recommend going with all posts or reels because then you can just create this automation once and then reuse that across all of your posts and reels. So that's what we go with. Then you need to specify to what words you want to automatically reply. So in this example, we will be replying to comments that include guide, but it could also be that you want to use another word, for example, ebook. Then you can just type in ebook here. And I also recommend adding some variations, some misspellings, because it could be that people misspell the word. So that's what I added over here, right? So then we can click on continue. And then lastly, we need to set up the public reply. So the public reply is the automatic comment in the comment section. So whenever someone comments with guide, we can automatically reply to that comment. And that's basically what we set up over here, right? So you can say something like, can't wait for you to start with investing. Please check your DMs. Let's get started with your first investment. Just send a DM. Or that's the first step to investing. Check your DMs. Like something like that. And I also recommend saying something like, okay, and check your message request, because it could be that the message ends up over here. I think generally speaking, what you want to do in the public reply is you basically want to say to people, okay, go to your Instagram DM, that's where you get the thing, and you want to excite them for the thing that they will be getting, which is in this case, the investing guide. So that's what we do over here. And then Manychat just randomly picks one of these replies so it doesn't look spammy in the comment section. So then we hit save. So this trigger is working. And then we have the first message that we sent in the Instagram DMs. So here we say, looks like you're ready to make your first investment and earn some passive income. Get instant access to my free investing guide and learn the exact steps to grow your money the right way without the guesswork. Just click the button below or reply with wealth to get your free guide now. Right? So that's basically what we sent. And what's very important is that you say here, just click the button below or reply with wealth. And that's basically because here we have a quick reply. A quick reply is basically a button where people can click on in the Instagram DMs. And the thing is, with these quick replies, these only show up on mobile. So if someone is on Instagram desktop, they cannot see this quick reply. It just doesn't appear. And this is basically a limitation of Instagram. So if someone is on Instagram desktop, then they just need to type in wealth. And this could also be something else. So for example, if you give away an ebook that's focused on growing leads, then you, for example, could set this to leads instead of to wealth. I just set it to wealth, but that's basically what we do. So if they are on Instagram mobile, they can just click on the quick reply. But if they are on Instagram desktop, they can reply with wealth and they can also proceed in the funnel. So that's basically what we do over here. And then when they click this quick reply, we start another automation, which is basically the second automation inside my template. So once you've set this up and you change this to the text that you want to be using, you can just click on update here. And then that's working. And then we go to the second automation. So this automation will basically start when someone clicks on a quick reply or when they send a message that starts with wealth. And that's basically this second trigger. So this second trigger is user sends a message. So if someone sends a message and the message begins with wealth, then we also want to start this automation. So it's wealth. We have wealth without the last letter. We have wealth with double quotes, wealth with single quotes. We have some variations here in the case that people misspell this. So we can just enable this trigger and then that's working. So they can either click the quick reply or they can DM us wealth and then this second part starts. So then here it says, awesome, just a few quick steps to get you access. What is your name? So what we're going to do here is we're going to ask for someone's name and we're going to ask for someone's email. What's also very important is that if they don't reply to one of these questions, we can send automatic follow-up reminders. And that's basically the benefit of using a DM conversation versus a landing page. If someone goes to your landing page and they don't fill in your form, you lost them. And if they don't fill in their name, we can send them multiple reminders. And that's the beauty of Instagram DM conversation. We basically didn't lose the potential lead. So what we do here is we say, awesome, just a few quick steps to get you access. Then we have a delay of 3 seconds. And then we say, what is your first name? Just type in your first name below. And what this is called is a data collection element. So if you click here, you can basically collect data, right? So you can ask a question here and then the answer will be stored in a Manychat field. And where that will be stored, that's set up over here. So when you click on this, then the reply type is a first name, right? And then we can set up the data collection expires in 23 hours. Right? So the data collection expires basically determines how long we want to wait on an answer, right? In this case, we want to wait for only 3 minutes because what we want to do is we want to wait for 3 minutes. And if they don't reply within 3 minutes, then what we want to do is we want to send them a reminder. So that's basically what we want to do. So you set this to 3 minutes, and then we copy this message, so we duplicate it. And then we connect the if contact has not responded to this message. So what this means is that if someone doesn't reply to this question within 3 minutes, then it goes here. And that is the next reminder we can send, right? So here we can remove this. We can also remove this. And we can send them a reminder. I just copy this from my second screen. And we say, you're just 2 small steps away from earning passive income. Just type in your first name below to get instant access to my free investing guide. Right? But the beauty here is, this is a reminder that we send after 3 minutes, but we can also send them another reminder, for example, after 8 hours. So what you can do here is you can set this second reminder or the first reminder to the data collection expires in 8 hours. So then we wait for 8 hours. And if they don't reply after 8 hours to this reminder, we can send them another reminder. So we connect it again, and then we send them our last reminder, which says, last reminder, you almost have access to my free investing guide. Just type in your first name below, right? And then what's important is that this last reminder, this last question, basically, you always need to set this to 23 hours. So people have 23 hours to respond to this message. Right? And then just on reminders, there's always a balance between reminding people and being annoying. It is basically true that if you add more reminders, more people will give their name and will give their email, but it can also be very annoying. So with most of my clients, I just send 2 reminders. With some of them, I send none. With some of them, I send 4 or 5. It basically depends on how annoying you want to be and how much you want to convince people to give their name and email, right? So you need to find a balance for yourself in that. Then it's also very important that you connect the next step to the next step in the funnel, basically. So we do that here, and we do that also here. So we make sure that if they reply to this question, then they go here, and if they reply to this question, then they go here, right? So then in our next message, we basically want to greet them, because now we have their name. So we say, nice to meet you, first name. And to give you an idea how you can use these variables, we need to reload the page. Sometimes Manychat does this. I recommend just reloading instantly. But it says here, nice to meet you, first name. So this is basically the value that someone replied with. So if they replied, my name is Rob, then it says, okay, nice to meet you, Rob. And you can basically use this by either typing in a bracket, or you can click here on the bracket and then select the first name. So that's basically how you use that. So then we say, nice to meet you, first name. And on what email do you want to receive your guide? Just type in your email below. And then basically what we do here is we collect data, but the reply type is email. And by setting the reply type to email, Manychat will automatically check if the given email is actually an email. And if it's not an email, then it will send this retry message. So then it will say, it looks like this isn't the correct email. Could you enter a correct one? So that's what this will basically say, right? So this is all set correctly. And then here again, we set the data collection expires to 3 minutes. So again, we want to send those reminders. So we want to copy this and then connect that. We will remove this first one. And then again, we will send 2 reminders. So this is the first one. You're just 2 small steps away from earning passive income. Just type in your email below to get instant access to my free investing guide. And this will be set to 8 hours. So after 8 hours, we can send them another reminder. And then we copy that as well. And then we have basically the last reminder. And we set this data collection expires to 23 hours. Right? So let's check if we say, yeah, it's saved correctly. And then you need to connect that to the next step as well. So we basically sent kind of the same reminders, and it doesn't really matter if the text of this reminder and the text of this reminder are pretty similar, because the chance that they will get both reminders is not that high. Often people just get reminded once and they either proceed in the funnel, give all of their information, or they just don't reply. But it's almost never that they get multiple replies. So it does really matter if you have kind of the same text here. And then basically the last step is where we give them access to the freebie. So in this case, it will be the investing guide. So then we say, you're all set, first name. Can't wait for you to get started with investing. Just click the button below to get instant access. And then here they have a button. And then here, this goes to a website. So you set it here to open a website, basically. And then you can just type in where your freebie is stored. So this could be, I don't know, for a video, could be YouTube, could be a website URL, could be a Google Drive, whatever you're using. So that's basically it. That's basically how the entire thing works. So let's go back again, I'll just show you how this works step by step. So we have this first one. So someone comments on our post with guides. When they do that, we send them a DM. Looks like you're ready to make your first investment. Just click the button below or reply with wealth. So when they click on this quick reply or reply with wealth, then they go here. Then they say, awesome, just a few quick steps to get your access. What is your name? Then what is your email? And then you're all set first name. Can wait for you to get started with investing. And then if they don't reply to any of those questions, we can send automatic reminders as well. So that's basically how the entire funnel works. And before I'm going to show you how this looks on Instagram, I also want to give you an extra tip here. Is that if you go to settings in Manychat and you go to integrations, you can also connect Manychat to other tools so that whenever you get someone's name and get someone's email, you can automatically send that to your email marketing platform or to your CRM. So if you go to settings integrations, here you can see Flowdesk, you have Google Sheets, you have Hotmart, for example, you have Klaviyo, ActiveCampaign, Mailchimp, like you have all of these tools. And once you have connected one of these accounts, so for example, Mailchimp, what you then can do here as a next step, click on action. And then when you connect your Manychat account to Mailchimp, Mailchimp will appear over here. So you can click on it, then click on add contact to a list. And then you can add it to a specific list that you have in Mailchimp so that whenever you get someone's name and email in Manychat, you automatically use it to build your email list. So that's basically how all of that works. And now let me show you how this works on Instagram. So now I'm on my Instagram account, and then if I go to one of my posts and then comment with the word guide, then I automatically get a DM with looks like you're ready to make your first investment and earn some passive income. Just click the button below or reply with wealth. So then when I click on yes, send it over, then it says, awesome, just a few quick steps to get you access. What is your first name? Then I'll reply with my first name. Then says, nice to meet you, Joran. And on what email do you want to receive your guide? So then I just enter my email. As you're all set, Joran, can't wait for you to get started with investment. Just click the button below to get instant access. And that's it. That's how you can turn your Instagram comments into email. And if you want to get started with this right now, you can just go to the link in the description where you can find my school community and get my free template. But this is just the first step. If you want to see how I use this funnel to get over 2,500 leads with just a 6-page ebook, check out this video.